we learn when that happens, the next thing that's going to happen is that, and the next thing that's going to happen is that. So that's the narrative that we have going, right? Voices get raised in the kitchen. The
And
kids,
then, yeah.
and then, that's right. And then, if I make a peep, one of those loud voices is going to turn their head and look at me and say something threatening to me. And then if I don't freeze and look a particular way, I'm going to hear the loud footsteps coming in my direction. And then I'm going to, whatever that sequence of things might be. Now, in our adult years, of course, we only need that first trigger, right? We only need to hear the raised voices, and all of that plays out in our mind. That's what a trigger is like.
I'm going to disagree for a second.
No.
Never seen that before. I don't think it happens in our mind, and I know you know that. And
Oh,
sometimes,
okay.
and that's
Yes.
how. And I know you know that, Gary. Because it's so quick, it's called a trigger because it's so fucking quick, and there is nothing in your mind.
Yeah.
My body takes over, the amygdala takes over, and I have nothing I can do about it. And it's
Yes.
when I unpack it. So I got triggered recently, and I cried, and it was only in the 24 hours after that I actually could see and identify all of the reasons I reacted that way.
Right. And so now,
About the narrative, but it happens so quick and automatically. It's not a conscious, which is why CBT doesn't work for me for
yes.
that thing.
So that's the great learning that I just want to highlight for people out there, because you just specifically pointed out the difference between trauma and just ego defense mechanisms, really. We do learn things in the way that I just described, but they don't
Yeah.
have to be trauma things. And you described trauma, which is what we're here for. So we feel those. And again, I don't know if I used the word neuroception before, but when we get triggered, we feel them in our nervous system, right? And then, yes, we have no control. Absolutely. And that's when using cognitive behavior, or what started out as a trauma and lives as a trauma trigger, is ineffective.